Hey, welcome back to Five Lakes Garage, and today we're back on the Ranger Danger. Well, a pile of poo. All right, if you've been following along, we've been working on my daughter's 2003 Ford Ranger. It's got the 3-liter in it. We did a bunch of suspension work. We did interior work. We did a bunch of stuff to this thing. Well, now it doesn't even want to run. And I'm going to show you here real quick on exactly what we're dealing with. As soon as I put it back together, because I already tore it apart. All right, so basically this is what it's doing. It's kind of shuddering a little bit. It's going to die here in a little bit as well. But here's the problem. The PCV valve, there you go, she runs great. Alright, so this hose right here, there you go. Well, we got a big old hole in it. So finding that hose is very difficult. I was able to find one. Had to go to Amazon. You know, Amazon got everything. Advanced, I think it was Advanced Auto actually had one. It's going to take a week to get in, and it was over twice as much on the price. But that's not the big issue though. The big issue is actually replacing it. I'm going to try to pull this thing out without having to take anything else off, but on the back side of this thing, here, I'm going to shut it off. Okay, so on the back side of this guy right here, there's a hose. It goes all the way down and through here. Now, trying to get that out, there's no room. So I did check it out on a couple forums and stuff like that, and basically they say take off the entire intake. I think it's pretty known that I'm not a big Ford fan at all. So anyway, I'm gonna try to get this guy out. I'll show you how I did it once I figure it out. But then on Tuesday, the part will be here. Because of course I had to order it because nobody has it here locally. Go figure. Anyway, I'm gonna take it out and then we'll get back and hopefully have a working vehicle, because she's driving around with the Wagoneer at 9 miles to the gallon and she's like, oh my gosh, I always have to fill this thing up. Yeah, that's what happens when you have a 360 from the 80s. Hey, I was able to get it out. So this is the big gaping hole. That's what we're getting ready to fix as soon as my part comes in. Now, of course, it's a Ford, so it's a special part and special everything because they're little Pampers. Anyway, let me show you exactly how I got that thing off. So in case you got to do it, you can do it. Let's go take a look. All right, so this right here is actually going to be connected to it. So these are two water lines. Now, if you look over here, it goes back into your heater core and it's tapped off of both of them. Now, this is just to have the PCV valve function, because once it warms up, it allows, you know, air and that type of stuff. So it's for emissions. Couple disclaimers though, be careful when you actually disconnect those, mostly because, let me get you a light. Yeah, if it's hot, that's under pressure. So be careful, don't spray it all over your face. Anyway, so this is where it was actually sitting there. So then you take this and you kind of move it down and kind of hug the firewall and bend it out. Just be careful, this housing is plastic. The tube is plastic. Either A, you can take this whole manifold off in order to get to it, or B, warm it up, because it might be a little bit easier, and then kind of curve it down so you can actually get it out. So now it gets to sit here while I go get some more parts, because that's what we do, we wait on parts. Anyway, see you in a few days and we'll get this guy back up and running. Hey, thanks for watching the show. Hey, if you need some outdoor speakers, indoor speakers, whichever, go ahead over to Handui and go ahead and get you 10% off. But if you need some LED lights for your trucks, your tractors, whatever, go over to Exito and get you 15% off. All the promo codes are down below. Don't forget to hit the like. Don't forget to hit the subscribe. And we'll catch you later. Enjoy the show. I gotta clean up. Hey, we're back. New day, new parts. Thing finally came in. Actually, a little kudos to Amazon is that they were at least 8 hours early on delivering this according to their website. But I'm sure they kind of pad those numbers just a little bit. But regardless, we got it here. Now this one here, nice and pliable. This right here is what we really need to bend. And it seems to be pliable. It doesn't seem like to be the flimsy, hey, it's gonna break and shatter as soon as you bend it. But I'm gonna warm this guy up just a little. Not a lot, not gonna melt it. We're just gonna heat it up just enough to be able to bend it in there. How are we gonna do that? Well, we're gonna do it in a way that most of you don't have. But use your imagination. All right, so if you've been following along with the channel, you know that we love welding. And what I have here is an oven. If you look inside, I have sticks. Now I'm gonna turn up the heat just a hair bit. There we go. And then I'm just gonna stick it in here and let it heat up for a little bit. Just not too much. Anyway, it's gonna take a second. I'll come back. All right, it's only been a few minutes and it is a little bit, it's not as pliable as I was hoping, but it still should be pliable enough to actually get it inside. So I'm gonna get everything set up and hopefully this does not cool off that fast. Might put it back in the heater while I'm setting things up so you can see. All right, hopefully you can see and hopefully you can hear me. So I'm gonna grab my new tool. Now this is where we need to actually go in. Now we just need to push the firewall back just a hair. Okay, so I took this guy off just to give me a little bit more room. Doesn't give you a lot, but it gives you a little. So, let's see if we can get this guy to go in there. Okay, cross your fingers. All right. Oh yeah, heating it up was the winner. Almost a chicken dinner. All right, so we can put this guy back on, but first we need to take these guys off. Now, like I said before, make sure that it's nice and cool because these things will be under pressure. So I'm gonna take my pliers here. Now we just wanna break the seal because these things have been on there probably since the truck was made. And once you break the seal, you should be able to pull them off. Ooh, that one's on tight. There we go. Oh, I hope you heard that. If you did, that is an awesome microphone there, GoPro. Well, that's on there tight. Let's see. There we go. Woo! Boy, that was on there. Alrighty, so it goes this way. I'm gonna stick it on the new one, just so I don't get them mixed up. Not that it matters, all it is a pass-through. Should not matter which one goes where. Luckily, that one came off a whole lot easier. Let's see if I can get this guy. There we go. Alright, as you can see, I got both of these things on and they are on tight. Now I do have two different types of clamps on there, which telling me that somebody's been in here before. Because, you know, there's no way Ford would put on two separate types of things. Sorry, I'm a little upset with Ford. Alrighty, well that is in there and it looks like I still have to wait for my grommet to show up. Alrighty, now I do have a grommet right there that's on the valve cover that's going to need to be replaced. Now, even though Amazon delivered the first one, they didn't deliver the second one. That one is actually a few days out. But I need to get this thing up and running because Ray's still driving the Wagoneer, and at 9 miles to the gallon, like I said before, she's not happy with having to fill it up so many times. She drives a lot. All right, so basically that's in. So hopefully that's all we need to do. So let's crank it up and actually see if she runs any better. All right, we're gonna try this again. Battery issues, camera issues, compressor issues. But please, have this thing start. It's a Ford, so we don't really know. Let's find out. Oh my gosh, please start. Ooh. Now that is a whole lot smoother. I don't have to listen to the huge vacuum leak, and I was able to get it in there without having to take the intake off. It worked. But finally I can get this thing out of the shop and get the next Ford in. So hopefully this kind of helped a little bit. You know, it's kind of a common thing for these 3-liter and these Rangers. They just go out, they blow out. It's a consumable part, basically. But anyway, this guy's ready to go out and have my daughter Ray actually start driving this thing again. So I'm gonna get my tools off. I'm gonna move my truck out of the way, and then we're gonna go for a quick test drive and make sure we get our power back, because we had none at all, and it ran like garbage. She's running smooth now. All right, let's go for a test drive. All right, getting ready to give it a good test drive, just around the block. All right, so before it was stubbling, it was halted, it just would not run properly. So I'm almost got a temperature into her. I'm gonna romp down on her, see if we get the power back that we lost. There you go. Quick shift, transmission seems to be okay. All right, so far this thing is actually running like it's supposed to, so hopefully it's not gonna leave Ray stranded. And I'm gonna have to go get her, but then again, it is a Ford. Found on road dead. Sorry for all you Ford fans, because if you're watching this video, I'm pretty sure you got a Ford. But anyway, it will hopefully get us home and go on to the next project. Like I said, we got another Ford coming into the shop. This one has some squeaks, some rattles, and also an AC problem that I'm gonna have to smoke out, try to find the actual leak. So anyway, all right, stay tuned. We'll catch you guys later. Hopefully this sort of helps somebody. Later.